Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the American Music Fan back again with my 11th-ish Beatles review. This time of the soundtrack to the 1969 film Yellow Submarine. This album came out in January of 1969. Just to let you know, I have reviewed all the other Beatles albums. The White Album was a two-part review, so yeah. Then I have also reviewed the Beatles box set. Okay, so now we're doing the kind of Beatles album, Yellow Submarine. Now, there's actually two different, I guess, versions. There's that version, and then there's this version. I'm going to talk about this version, but this version has been remastered. I don't have the remastered one because I didn't really want to buy it. This one just has kind of a lot of the songs, all the songs that are in the Yellow Submarine movie that are actual Beatles songs. Most of them are just from the other albums. So I'm not really going to talk too much about this. I'm just kind of going to show you, like, the inside there. It's fine. It's mostly kind of more of a greatest hits type thing, though. So I'm actually going to talk about this one, though. This one is the remastered. So as you can see, this is a Beatles half, and then this is half of George Martin's, like, orchestra compositions that he did for the song, this movie. I'm not going to talk too much about the George Martin ones other than let's just say they're good, but I don't think they belong on a Beatles album, which is why I don't really consider this a Beatles album. Though it does have good songs on there. Then we have the characters down there. Show you in here. I do really like the Yellow Submarine movie. It's a cartoon film. The disc is the same as the White Album with the Apple Core. I'm not going to spend too much time on this album review. Here's the booklet. Sorry, I'm going to go through it again just because I went really quick. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, it's kind of like half a Beatles album. It starts off with Yellow Submarine, which is obviously a really popular Ringo Starr song, which I don't really think too much of, but it's good. I talk more about it in my Revolver album review. But it's good, about a bunch of people living in a submarine. Next, we have an incredible George Harrison song, which I think steals the album, which is Only a Northern Song. It doesn't really matter what clothes I wear, how I fare if my hair is brown, because it's only a northern song. Really good, psychedelic, trippy song by George there on that. Next, we have Paul's All Together Now, which is good. It's kind of like a bouncy, kind of tongue-in-cheek song. 1, 2, 3, 4, can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I love you. You know, I don't think that's exactly how it goes. I don't listen to this album too much. Next, we have Hey Bulldog, which is another great song. Good piano riff. Hey Bulldog, sing the rain. Hey Bulldog. Sometimes your happiness is measured out in miles. It's good. Good song, great piano. Next, we have It's All Too Much, which is another incredibly psychedelic but awesome George Harrison song. This is the album that George steals. I mean, it's a short album, but he still steals it, I think. With It's All Too Much and Only a Northern Song, it's just incredible and awesome. And then we have All You Need Is Love, which is a rehash from Magical Mystery Tour, which is really great. And then we have the George Martin pieces, which are just kind of in there. Not very much to talk about. Okay, so that was a very short, quick review of the Beatles soundtrack to the film Yellow Submarine. The rating for this album, I'm going to give it a solid 3. And I only give it a 3 because of the lack of Beatles material on here, which is why I don't really consider it to be a Beatles album. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I still give it a 3. It's probably my least favorite Beatles album just because there's not a lot of Beatles on there. So, and half the stuff you can hear on other albums. As for this one, I don't really have a rating for it because it's basically the same as that. Obviously, the music on here is great, but most of it, just about all of it, is on the other albums. So, yeah. Tune in next time where I talk about... I'm still deciding whether or not I should do Let It Be or Abbey Road first because, as you know, Abbey Road was recorded last, but Let It Be was released last, so we'll just wait and see. So, yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.